It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to this special edition of Science Bowl. The two teams you're about to meet are fighting it out for the chance to be the fourth and final of our finalists in this year's middle school competition. Let's meet the teams now. First from Hyattsville Middle School, please say hello to Billy Kennedy, Mahalia Lutz, and Sean Mipagala. And from Kenmoor Middle School, say hello to Ivy Antunes, Kenmoor Dastani, and Jonathan Plain. And now here are the categories of questions we use on Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
Here on Science Bowl, our game board reflects question difficulty, with the easier questions on the left worth 5 and 10 points, and the tougher ones worth 15, 20, and ultimately 25, the toughest of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points apiece. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. At the end of the 2 rounds today, we will have the fourth of our finalists joining Martin Luther King, Thomas Pullen, and John Hanson Montessori and French immersion in this year's middle school finals. So a lot at stake today. And make sure everything's working properly. Mahalia, would you try your buzzer for me? Thank you. Good luck to you, Billy, and to Sean. And Kenmoor, try yours. That was a group push over there. Good luck to you, Ivy and Jonathan. Congratulations for having made it this far in our competition. These are powerhouse schools. Kenmoor having won the championship 8 times in our past 25 years. Hyattsville 5 times. We're dealing with the best of the best. Congratulations to you. Let's have a good game. H before K. That means Mahalia. Let's play the bowl. Give me a category and a number, please.
Zoo Parade for 15.
Zoo Parade for 15 points. Teams, multiple choice question. When teams go into hibernation, like when ground squirrels and bears go into hibernation, their heart rates drop and their kidneys stop working entirely. Is that known as turbidity, torpor, or thrombus? Which of those 3 is the condition I just described? Kenmoor.
Thrombus?
Not thrombus, no, thrombus, turbidity, or torpor when a hibernating animal's body systems almost cease to function.
Torpor?
Torpor is correct. Yes, it's T-O-R-P-O-R. Good. Red.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems for 15 points. Teams, what large internal organ produces both bile and cholesterol? Makes them both, Hyattsville.
The liver?
The liver, absolutely right. Good. Go. Red.
Physical for 15.
Let's get physical for 15 points. Teams, Venus is hotter than Mercury and difficult to see through a telescope. Why? Why, Kenmoor?
Greenhouse. It has an atmosphere and it says greenhouse effect. Atmosphere.
Yes, please?
The greenhouse effect keeps the heat in.
And it has an atmosphere.
Greenhouse effect.
And it has an atmosphere.
It has an atmosphere.
It has an atmosphere, absolutely right. It's the cloud cover. That's what contributes to that greenhouse effect. We needed the cart before the horse there. Okay, good. Green, go.
Science Potpourri for 15.
Potpourri for 15 points. Seems your question is as follows. The tryptophan that's supposed to be in turkey that makes you so sleepy at Thanksgiving is what kind of acid? What kind of acid is tryptophan? Kenmoor?
I'm sorry, what was that? Amino.
Yes, sir. Okay, don't be ringing in unless you have an idea. Kenmoor? Hyattsville? What kind of acid is tryptophan, the so-called sleep inducer that's found in Thanksgiving turkey?
Amino acid?
It is an amino acid, absolutely right. Good, go. Nice comeback, Red.
Green things for 15.
Green things, 15 points, teams. The stomata, which are the openings on the underside of leaves, open just enough to let this food-making process, Kenmoor?
Photosynthesis needs oxygen. Yeah. Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis. Photosynthesis.
Photosynthesis is right. Just enough to let photosynthesis occur, but not so much as to let too much water leak out and thus desiccate the plant. Green.
Dateline for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. Teams, multiple choice question. Which of the following three Frenchmen discovered scuba, the self-contained underwater breathing apparatus? Hyattsville.
I'll pass this to Billy.
Billy.
Jacques Cousteau.
Jacques Cousteau. I love how you pronounced it too. Not Pierre Curie or Louis Pasteur. One, nicely done. Good. Red.
Soup Raid for 10.
Zuprade for 10 points. Teams, scientists now think that it was a change of climate, a comet, and human activity that led, Kenmoor.
Extinction of dinosaurs.
Not quite. Hyattsville, all of those factors, a change in climate, human interference, and a comet all contributed to the extinction of what kinds of woolly creatures?
Mammoths.
The mammoths and also the woolly rhinos. We would have accepted either of those. Go red.
Body Systems for 10.
Body systems, 10 points. Teams, a skull can tell a lot about a person's age and race. Asians, for instance, have no teeth of this kind. Kenmoor. What do you think, Ken?
Wisdom teeth.
Wisdom teeth, absolutely right. I was going to say, some oftentimes associated with knowledge, wisdom teeth it is. Good, all right, 90 to 120. Kenmoor, advantage yours.
Physical for 10.
Let's get physical for 10 points, teams. It was back in 1975 that the first of these kinds of cameras was invented. Only had 0.1. Kenmoor.
Digital.
Digital camera, absolutely right. Only 0.1 megapixels back then. All right, we're almost at a par here, 120 to 100. Hyattsville still has a 20-point lead. You choose it, Kenmoor.
10. Potpourri for 10.
Potpourri for 10 points, teams. The U.S. government is now putting pictures of toe-tagged corpses on the sides of these packages so people don't do what? So they don't do what, Kenmoor?
Open them.
No, not quite. Hyattsville, toe-tagged corpses. Pictures of those are put by the government on packages so people do not start doing what?
Stealing it?
Smoking. Those are the new pictures that are on the cigarette packages that scare people to stop from lighting up. Go again, green.
Dateline for 10.
Dateline for 10 points, teams. Because the James Webb Telescope has been delayed, what other telescope has to keep on working? Hyattsville?
The Hubble?
The Hubble, that's right. Boy, has that thing done duty for us. The buzzer has rung. That means the first round is over. Our score, it is close. Hyattsville 130, Kenmoor 100. We'll be back with this important matchup in just a moment. Don't go away. And welcome back to Science Ball. 6 super players here. We've seen them grow up on Science Ball. They've all been here before. We're proud of all of them. Let's find out a little bit about all of our players. Let's go first to Hyattsville. And 5 times you've won the championship in 25 years. And why is this school so successful, Mahalia? How do you guys prepare for this?
Well, I think we're a really well-rounded school. We have great academic programs. We have great art programs, advanced stuff in science and math. It's a really great school to be a part of.
What a nice tribute. What a nice commercial you delivered there for Hyattsville. I know they appreciate that. You have a new principal, don't you? Who is that?
Dr. Long.
Dr. Long. And Ms. Hafez is the new sponsor of your team, and I know she is over the moon with your success. She's worked so hard, and I know how happy she is. Tell us any alternates on your team.
Yes. We have Kevin Durham, Jordan McConney, and Megan Dominy.
And we'll bring them out with Ms. Hafez in just a few moments. Mahalia, I know that you're... You sing, you're a performer at Hyattsville. What are some of the programs that you've had recently of which you're most proud?
Well, every year we go on a big trip, Fiestival. This year we're planning on maybe going to Atlanta.
That's wonderful. And, you know, this is one of the preeminent fine arts programs in the county, and I know that you're very proud to be part of that. You're still trying to figure out what you want to do when you get older, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, lots to choose from. What did you want to say?
No, I definitely wanted to go to college, and I'm still trying to decide on maybe a field of engineering or medical school, maybe neurology.
Well, you've got a good head on your shoulders. I like how you play the game. You're a terrific captain and great leadership potential there, Mahalia. Sean, nice to have you back with us. This young man has been here multiple times and pulls all kinds of facts out. How do you know so much about science, Sean?
Well, I'm not sure exactly. Well, some things I just learned from school, other things I look up, and some I read from books.
Well, you're a good sponge because it seems like you're able to absorb just about everything that comes your way. What do you want to do someday?
Well, I am not decided between medicine, engineering, and computer programming, but for now I'm leaning towards computer programming.
Well, you're a very sharp young man, and you're going to be successful whatever you choose. Nice to have you with us on our program. And Billy, do you speak French? Parlez-vous français?
No.
No. Well, your accent there when you said Jacques Cousteau, I love it. You have a nice theatricality about you. How do you know so much about science?
I read.
You read?
And I like to look stuff up online.
Very good. All right. And I know you like to read science fiction. And you're a Harry Potter fan as well. And someday we're going to see you doing what? NASA, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah, I know you're interested in the heavens and maybe even the CIA. You'll be a great asset to our government. Kenmoor, nice to have you guys back again. Kenmoor, the winningest school, representing the winningest school in Science Bowl history. Do you feel that burden?
Yes.
Yeah, I bet you do. You know, every year the Kenmoor team just seems to get better and better and better. Last year you met First Lady Michelle Obama at the Science Bowl downtown Washington, and Kenmoor and Science Bowl are almost synonymous in this county. Tell us about your school. Who's your principal?
Our principal is Mrs. Maha Fadli, and our school, well, it has a lot of clubs. We have a lot of skilled teachers. We have sports. I mean, some clubs we could say are like philosophy club, science bowl, math club.
You read my mind because I knew that philosophy club was something that was new and something that you can really point to as unique at Kenmoor. And what a wonderful thing to be thinking that way. It's certainly not rote memorization when you get to philosophy club. Tell us who your sponsor is.
Our sponsor is Mrs. John.
Yes, and we'll be out in just a few moments. And any alternates on your team?
Our alternates are Vinay Ratchakanda, Dylan Bipat, and also Andrew Hung.
Pretty strong shadow team out there in the wings that's cheering you on. Tell us about yourself. Someday we're going to see you.
I'm striving to be a pediatrician.
Pediatrician. And you have younger brothers and sisters at home?
I have one younger sister.
Wonderful. No, very proud of you, I'm sure. Ivy, nice to have you back. Now, your dad is a co-sponsor of the team, is he not? Dr. Antunes. And Ivy, we've seen you over the years. You've grown up too. You were at Glenarden Woods. Now you're at Kenmoor. Tell us what you aspire to.
To be a college professor in science.
Wonderful. And on the side, I know you cook a little bit and you read a lot. Very good player. I love how you play the game. Jonathan, you play the game well too. How do you know so much about science?
I don't know. I've been in Science Bowl for a couple of years.
Yeah.
Last year and the year before.
You just do it like second nature. The question goes out and you're already throwing out answers and mixing it up over there. You're a really good player. You want to go to the Naval Academy someday?
Yeah.
Yeah, because your dad was a Marine. I know how proud he is of you and you of him. You keep up your good work. Let's get back into our game. 130 for Hyattsville, 100 for Kenmoor. Last correct answer came from the red team. All of the high-valued points remain, so this game could go anywhere. Go, Mahalia.
We'll take green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points. Teams. Plants can be divided into two groups. The herbaceous plants, because they have herbaceous stems, and the others whose stems are named for this cowboy in Toy Story. Kenmoor.
Woody.
The woody stems. The woody stems versus the herbaceous stems. Absolutely right. Good.
Body systems for 20.
Body systems for 20 points. Teams, if you are suffering from peripheral vascular disease, you're having circulatory problems where in your body? Where are your problems, Hyattsville?
The less major.
I'll pass this to Sean.
Sean?
Well, in the less major areas, like the outer parts.
The outer part's absolutely right. The limbs, the hands, the feet, the arms, and the legs. Exactly what we want to hear. Peripheral, you got it. Red.
We'll take Zuprade for 5.
Zuprade for 5 points. Teams, they may be rare in adult hens, but when chickens, before they're born, if they're in the egg, they need this temporary dentition. Excuse me. Yes, sir.
Temporary dentition.
It's like
Temporary dentition. What's that? Say something.
Beak.
Not a beak. Good try. Hyattsville. What kind of temporary dentition does a chick have to help it get out of the egg?
I'll pass this to Billy.
Billy?
An egg tooth.
An egg tooth. Absolutely right. And it falls off the beak afterwards. The saying rare as a hen's tooth. Well, as I say, very young chicks have that tooth to get themselves out of the egg. Nice comeback there. Good answer, Billy. Go red.
Body systems for 5.
Body systems for 5 points. Teams, if you're all agitated and beside yourself because you're on the Science Bowl, you're a bundle of what? Bundle of what, Kenmoor?
Nerves.
Nerves, that's right. You guys are not. You're cool as cucumbers. Go green.
Let's get physical for 20.
Let's get physical for 20 points. Teams, tough question. Listen carefully. The disposal of CFBs is problematic because they contain mercury. What are CFBs? Kenmoor, for 20 points, can you tell us?
Mercury thermometers? I don't know. Just like this.
All right, give it a try.
Contagious mercury barometer.
Okay, remember F, not M. CFBs. The disposal of them is problematic because they contain mercury. What are CFBs? Have you had a chance to talk among yourselves? Compact fluorescent bulbs. The new ones that are taking the place of the incandescent bulbs. Go green.
Sign potpourri for 20.
Potpourri for 20 points. Teams, multiple choice. If you're trying to prevent damage to your cells, should you eat food that is high in antidiuretics, antioxidants, or Kenmoor?
Antioxidants.
Antioxidants is absolutely right. The other choice would have been anticoagulants. You wouldn't want those. Score 135 Kenmoor, 155 Hyattsville. Green.
Science for potpourri for 5.
Potpourri for 5 points. Teams, the Mr. Yuck symbol says something's poisonous, but around much of the world, they don't use a Mr. Yuck symbol. They use this skeletal symbol. Hyattsville, what's the skeletal symbol?
Skull and crossbones.
Use skull and crossbones. That's right. Danger, poison, stay away. Red.
Let's get physical for 5.
Say physical for 5 points. Teams, this frozen form of carbon dioxide, if pressurized, Hyattsville.
Dry ice.
It is dry ice, yes. It will melt if you pressurize it. If you don't, it sublimates and goes directly from solid to gas. Red.
Green things for 5.
Green things for 5 points, teams. Mary wouldn't be quite so contrary if she knew that one of these was going to be growing. Kenmoor. Yes, sir. What did you ring in for?
Beanstalk.
Beanstalk, not beanstalk. Good try. Mary wouldn't be quite so contrary, Hyattsville, if she knew that one of these was going to be placed atop the new Greenbelt Middle School.
A garden?
A garden, that's right. Mary, quite contrary. How does your garden grow? Good. Red.
Dateline for 5.
Dateline for 5 points, teams. Since astronomers recently discovered that the Milky Way went out and gobbled up and ate a nearby galaxy, eating something of its own kind, it made the Milky Way a kind of what, Hyattsville?
A cannibal?
A cannibal. It was galactic cannibalism. Go. Red.
Zooparade for 20.
Zooparade, 20 points. Teams, your question is as follows. Some insects late in the season will develop a chemical in their body called glycerol, which will help to prevent them from doing what? Kenmoor. Yes.
Insects
Getting sick.
Not getting sick, good try. Development of the chemical glycerol in the bodies of insects late in the season will keep them from doing what?
Freezing?
Freezing, absolutely right, because glycerol is a kind of natural antifreeze. Exactly right. Go red.
Green things for 20.
Green things for 20 points. Teams, your question is as follows. The larch is a kind of oxymoronic tree because it's a deciduous conifer, meaning it does what? Kenmoor?
Its
Leaves fall off.
Its needles fall off.
Its needles fall off. Absolutely right. Good. Go. Green.
Dayline for 20.
Dayline for 20 points. Teams, multiple choice question. New species of animals are being discovered in Southeast Asia, the Amazon basin, and elsewhere, giving a lot of work to cytologists, archaeologists, or taxonomists. Lots of work to whom, Kenmoor?
Taxonomists.
Taxonomists, right? The people who name creatures, giving them genus and species names. 175, 195. Hyattsville still a 20-point cushion. Go, Kenmoor.
Let's get physical for 25.
Let's get physical for 25 points. Teams, your question is as follows. The chemical elements on the periodic table numbers 93 to 114 that include things like nobelium. Yes, Kenmoor.
They're man-made.
They are man-made, absolutely right. They are not found in nature. Good. That's what I want to hear.
Body systems for 25.
Body systems, 25, big one in that category, teams. In 1924, the Nobel Prize in Medicine went to Dr. Einstoffer, who came up with the heart monitoring device known as the Kenmoor.
Echocardiogram.
Not echocardiogram, no. Hyattsville. Dr. Eindhoven in 1924 won the Nobel Prize in Medicine for coming up with the heart monitoring device known as the EKG. What does EKG stand for?
Echocardiograph?
Say it again.
Echocardiograph?
No, E is not echo. E is electrocardiograph. That was the correct answer. No points. Go green.
Science potpourri for 25.
Potpourri for 25 points. Teams, listen carefully. A watch spring, a screw, a snail shell, and the model of DNA. Hyattsville?
Helix. Wait.
I'll pass this to Billy.
Billy?
A helix?
A helix, absolutely right. They are all helical in shape. I was going to give you the H initial, spot you the H. Good answer, good. Red.
We'll go Zuparade for 25.
Zuparade for 25 points. Teams, look at the monitor in the studio, please, if you would. These are spawning salmon. Salmon, just before they spawn and die, undergo a remarkable transformation. Hyattsville?
They go to freshwater streams.
They go to freshwater streams.
They go to freshwater streams. That is true, but that's not quite what we're aiming for. Kenmoor, as these fish go through this remarkable physical transformation with their lips extending and their color changing, that process of going from one form to another is known as what? What do you think, guys?
Metamorphosis?
Judges? No. Morphing is what we're looking for. Morphing, not metamorphosis, because it wasn't different changes in the life pattern. Good try. 2 questions left, less than 2 minutes in the game. 220 Hyattsville, 200 Kenmoor. The advantage, Mahalia, you get to choose.
We'll take green things for 25.
Green things for 25 points. Teams, if you have a terrarium at home and it is covered and you see water droplets beat up on the inside of the glass, it is...
Condensation?
Yes, it is condensation, but what we are after, Hyattsville, is what is the name of the process that is the opposite of photosynthesis that is resulting in that condensation?
Respiration.
It is respiration, absolutely right. Last question of the game, Dateline for 25 points. Here it is. Go back to the monitor, please. We have another picture for you for Dateline for 25 points. Teams, DDT that was banned 50 years ago is still hanging around, we think, and is threatening these largest of North America's birds. What are they, Kenmoor?
Vulture.
Turkey vultures?
Not turkey vultures, the largest of North America's birds. Here they are. They're threatened by DDT, still here 50 years later. Can you name that bird, Mahalia?
Condors?
It is a condor, absolutely right. And with that, our game is over. It looks like Hyattsville has done it. We'll be back with a wrap-up in just a moment. Don't go away. And welcome back. What a terrific game. We expected as much. These 6 players are the best of the best, and I know you agree with me on that. Our final tally today, Kenmoor 200, Hyattsville 270. Congratulations to Billy and Mahalia and Sean. We're going to see you in the finals. It's going to be Thomas Pullen and Martin Luther King, John Hanson, and Hyattsville. And look at all the smiles back there. They can hardly contain themselves. Miss Hafez and also the alternate inspector, Jordan and Kevin and Megan. Congratulations to you. I know how happy you are. You guys are terrific. Ivy and Kenmoor and Jonathan, you played a terrific game. Miss John, I know you are proud of them. Kenmoor will always be our champs around here. Vinay and Dylan and Andrew, congratulations. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. We'll see you on the next edition of Science Bowl. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.